Someday I'll wish upon a star.
Every so often, a theater production comes along that has an everlasting impact on those who see it. One such play is 26 Pebbles, a student production about hope in the aftermath of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, where 26 children and adults were fatally shot.
It's about creating a loving, caring community where everyone is accepted, everyone has a place, and that's what they did in Newtown. They were shattered, and they came together as a community, and beautiful, beautiful things happened. They had dropped this gigantic American flag from the boom arm of a fire truck right over the road, right before the whole crowd would go in and pay their respects. It was a really strong gathering moment.
This kind of theater is a way for us to witness and also to remember. It's our responsibility to support our young people. So when the opportunity was available to produce a student production that looked at gun violence, I said absolutely.
The playwright of this piece, Eric Ayoa, he is a Broadway actor by trade, and after Sandy Hook happened, he was deeply, deeply affected by this. The media descended on Newtown, and he realized that the media were coming in and they were taking sound bites of these people's grief, but that he felt that there wasn't anyone who was really taking the time to sit down and listen to these people. And he went and spent weeks in Newtown doing interviews with, I think he said, over 60 people. And people welcomed him into their home, and they were so ready to talk and to just get these stories off their chest to someone with a listening ear. And he said he went to Newtown not knowing that this was a play.
Yet these remarkable voices became 26 Pebbles.
Realizing that the voices that we're bringing forward are real words of the people who lived this.
And the numbers, we watched in horror as they climbed from a handful to a dozen, 20. And I thought, we've topped Columbine.
There was such a sense of honoring their voices and that their stories were really important and needed to be told.
Humans are not meant to be in isolation. We're meant to be connected. And when someone's not connected, bad things start to happen.
And this play examines when a community undergoes trauma, how we heal those divisions. And in this play, the people of Newtown find that the divisions are healed by creating art, by opening conversations, by being honest, by being vulnerable. And I think more than anything, by developing really strong empathy. We as artists are in a really unique position to be able to encourage that within communities.
Ultimately, it's a play about healing and community. Ultimately, it says that we all need to be there for each other and we need to move forward. So it actually embodies a lot of hope.
26 Pebbles was presented for free in partnership with Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America, Painting for Peace in Ferguson, and the University of Central Oklahoma.
I believe a play like 26 Pebbles is important to every community because we are all affected by gun violence. Gun violence has effects on our hearts and our souls and our communities that we might not even realize.
By design, each performance took place in a different location in an effort to reach new audiences.
We keep saying that we got to talk about this, and then we're afraid to talk about it. And so I hope that the people who attend, that it will spark in them an ability to talk about the issue of gun violence more, so that we begin to find solutions, not just to say, gee, ain't it awful, but to begin to really take some action to do something about it.
As artists, it's kind of our responsibility to use the platform that we have for social change.
I mean, this is now our time to take this and spread the love and say, this happened in our community. This could happen in your community.
And to kind of break being stuck inside of the echo chamber, which is just, going on Facebook and you're just shouting all the things that you believe to people who have the same beliefs as you. So we're really lucky to get to be a part of that.
I was never really pro-gun, but I was never really anti-gun either. And now it's it's like your eyes are just open to this stuff and you just can't close them.
Many people agree that art has the power to change the world.
In every culture, in every civilization throughout history, one of the things that you see after an enormous mass tragedy is the emergence of art.
Art creates empathy, and I think that empathy is really, really important in our day-to-day lives. There are so many things that we're completely desensitized to, and by going and seeing live theater, people speaking other people's true words, it kind of forces you to remember this actually happened.
It really is about having enough people to step forward and say, I'm not going to take this anymore, we're going to do something about this. And so, the arts are just a brilliant way of beginning that process.
There are many reasons why a production like this is important and meaningful, but part is that we don't just sit with our feelings and feel helpless. We have an understanding that together as a collective, as a community, we can work through our grief and we can pursue safety for further generations. This, I believe, is vital.
It's all about those vibrations and how you ripple out. We are love. We are Newtown.